And we're live for a quick update on the news coming in from the Middle East that Israel is under attack from rocket fire once again. Something like 190 rockets have rained down on Israel or been intercepted by the Iron Dome defense mechanism that Israel has. And Palestinians have been firing rockets towards towns like Ashkelon, Ashdod, towns that they used to live in, towns where they are from. And over 80% of people in Gaza, the 2 million people on the most densely populated area of the earth, are refugees from these places where these rockets are landing or not landing. And why is Israel under attack? Well, this is retaliation for the recent targeted assassination, although not successful, assassination attempt against Baha Abu al-Atta. And it didn't work. He survived. It's not the first assassination attempt that he's survived, but it did kill his wife. His wife died and his son died. Palestinians die and Israelis get killed. Or is it the other way around? I can never remember. But there have been no Israeli casualties yet, apart from several panic attacks. Israelis have been having panic attacks when the sirens go off to alert them that there is one of these retaliatory rockets being fired into these towns and villages where the Palestinians used to live. So why is Baha Abu al-Atta a target for the Israelis? And in particular, it seems that Islamic Jihad are the target this month. Over in Damascus, just next door, Akram al-Ajuri was successfully targeted and taken out. An extrajudicial execution. And Damascus, the Syrian government, are yet to respond, are yet to retaliate. Unlike the rocket fire from Islamic Jihad coming from Gaza. And as I understand it, the retaliation coming out of Gaza, these rockets that are being fired, are only being fired by Islamic Jihad. Hamas have not stepped up or stepped in yet to engage in the conflict. And if they do, it will become a fully blown conflict, the likes of which we saw in 2014, when I think 66 Israeli soldiers were killed or died, however you like to call it, and 6 civilians. 66 soldiers and 6 civilians on the Israeli side in 2014 flare up, the escalation of violence, as they usually call it. And on the Palestinian side, it was, as usual, tenfold plus over 1,000 lives lost on that side. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. And I wonder why Israel are picking on particularly Islamic Jihad, who are the smaller faction, or certainly the second biggest faction in Gaza behind Hamas. And this comes at a time when there is elections happening in Israel, but also we are on the verge of elections in the Palestinian territories. And Mahmoud Abbas, the leader of Fatah, the party in charge of the West Bank, has agreed to have elections on the condition that the elected government will be the government for both the West Bank and Gaza and, of course, East Jerusalem. So for the first time since 2005, when Hamas won the election democratically and had it stolen from them, we might actually see a united occupied territories and one governing party ruling over Gaza and the West Bank and East Jerusalem. And I would imagine this is a scenario that Israel do not want. Divide and conquer is usually the way, and Palestine is divided and the Palestinians are scattered, and you've got Hamas ruling Gaza and Fatah ruling the West Bank. So maybe this provoking of Islamic Jihad, both within the Palestinian territories and abroad in Damascus, maybe this is to throw a spanner in the works and prevent that possible outcome of the election. I'll watch the story carefully. I'll try and provide some comment on it. There was an interesting incident recently when in Gaza the Palestinians hoisted a flag above the separation fence that separates them from Israel and from the towns and villages that they used to live in. And of course, Israel cannot tolerate any emblem of resistance, and soldiers came to remove the flag, and the flag was detonated as it had been armed with explosives, and 7 soldiers were killed. Soldiers from an occupying force. So times are about to flare up, I sense. We will watch it carefully. Stay tuned for more updates, and we'll do it all again soon. This has been Lessons for Life, just a quick one. We were here, and we're gone.